Hey everyone, QUEERVEE here, and I just had to make a video about this topic because it's pretty much like all that's on my mind lately, and it's just, I don't know, I've been watching a lot of videos about it, and I'm just worried about everybody, so I just had to make this video. So sorry to the two people who I made art for that I'm using your art for in this video. I know it's not the most fun topic to talk about during some art pieces, but I wanted to show some art pieces too and not just have it be like a vlog video. So obviously I'm here to talk about COVID-19. Just to say, like, right off the bat, like, I hope everybody is staying safe. I hope everybody is okay. I hope you're home. I hope you're able to stay home, and I hope you're with your families if you can be. I hope nobody got stuck or anything. Please, you guys, leave me comments. I want to hear how you're doing. Like, please talk to me. I'm worried about, like, everybody. So yeah. And I just want to start, I sort of already said that. Okay, so I've been watching a lot of Dr. Mike on YouTube. I've been watching him for like a while already. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. If you guys haven't heard of him, I definitely encourage you to check him out. I actually found him by these like funny medical meme reviews that he does, but then I started watching his more serious videos, and he's a really cool guy, and he's really like informative, and he's been making videos on coronavirus and everything that's been going on, like, as more information has been coming out. So he's, been trying to keep everybody up to date on everything. And I've also watched a few other videos on the subject. This one video I watched from Spill, which is another one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm gonna link like all the videos below. I'll link Dr. Mike's playlist, and I will also link the Spill video they made on it. And it's a pretty long video, the Spill one, but it talks about, well, some of the stuff it talks about I didn't really care about, like some of the conspiracy theories. Like, I don't really care so much about that, but what did matter to me is the fact that China is like underreporting their data, and there's like so much evidence to support that. And also, like, people who tried to report on the news in China like suddenly became missing and all this stuff, and so it's like assumed they could have been arrested. People were getting in trouble for posting stuff on social media about the virus in China. There's like this site, and it's explained all in the Spill video, but I'm just gonna go over it briefly because it affected me. And they were talking about this site where Chinese people talk about stuff, and the like coronavirus and stuff like that hashtags started being banned. So then they had a new hashtag like freedom of speech, and then that got banned. That hashtag. So like, to me, like, that, I can't like imagine how people in China are feeling and how they're like dealing with this, because they're not even able to like share with the world what's actually going on and like the truth of the matter. And I guess like China wants to make it seem like things are rosier than they are, but like they're not. And at least like it seems like Italy has been reporting their data truthfully, and it's really bad in Italy. So I don't know, a lot of people have been saying like, oh, people are freaking out for no reason, and I disagree with that. We shouldn't be freaking out. Like Dr. Mike says in his videos, we gotta stay alert, not anxious. Stay alert, not anxious. He repeats it a lot in his videos, and honestly, it's gotten stuck in my head. Be alert, not anxious. And I've been trying to do that myself. I am a very anxious person. Thank goodness I don't feel anxious about my own death or my own illness or anything, because then I might be even more like anxious. But I'm really more concerned with other people and in their safety, and just the world and the state of the world and everything that's happening. And just, wow, I could talk about this for so long, but I'm trying to condense my thoughts so that I'm not just like rambling and it's not a horribly boring video. But yeah, like the fact that it's affecting so many people, and in some countries it's just too overwhelming, like, and they don't have enough space in the hospitals. And but then you have all these other people saying like it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal. It is a big deal. And right now, like in the United States, it hasn't been insane. It hasn't been on the scale that it is in China, thank goodness. But it could get there. It could get there. I'm glad. Sometimes I'm not always proud to be an American. I'm gonna be real. But right now, I sort of am proud to be an American, because I feel like, at least in Virginia, where I live, at least in my state, they've been taking, and in my community area, they've been taking a lot of precautions. And I also heard that they passed a thing where all adults are getting like $2,000 or something. So that's really cool. I'm assuming that will still be okay with people who are on disability, because when you're on disability, you can't have like a certain amount of money like saved up and all that nonsense. So I don't know how that exactly is going to work out, but yeah, I'm happy that at least where I live, precautions are being taken. My dad and my sister are both working from home. My sister actually moved to Colorado last year for a job, but she comes back a lot, and she came to work here from home so that she could be with us, and we can all just be self-quarantined like at home. But we have still gone to the grocery store a few times. Today I did go to see my therapist, but it was my last in-person session with him. We're switching to phone calls now, and I'm not going out anymore. And I told my family I don't really want them to go out to the grocery store anymore. They did like a final grocery store run today while I was in therapy, and got a bunch of tortilla chips and English muffins, because I need those. I know that's so random, but I eat a lot of those two things. And we already have like quite a lot of other things stocked up. We already like had quite a bit of toilet paper, because just like we already just had that stocked up. We haven't actually bought any since this has been going down. But we're pretty well stocked, but I'm really more concerned about other people. And I also wanted to say that even if like you're in perfect health, and even if you got the virus, like you'd be fine, you can't just think about yourself. Like you have to think about other people too. You have to think about how we have a lot of people in our world that are immunocompromised and that will not survive the virus. And so we really need to be taking those steps for social distancing, even if nobody in your family is going to die from this. Like, you spreading it could cause other people to die. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like hearing when people are like very nonchalant and they're like, oh, it doesn't matter, like it's not going to affect me, like I'm fine. Like, no offense, but like I don't care about just you. Like, I care about the world and everybody as a whole. I'm hoping, like, even though this is a really bad and like morbid situation, I'm hoping that because of this we can come together as a world, as a community, and people will, you know, be better to each other. That's what I hope. I don't know if that's true. As we've seen already, some people have been racist towards Asian people, which is so stupid and so wrong and so ridiculous. And I know I don't even have to talk to you guys about it, because anybody watching me I know is not going to be a racist person. Not now and not ever. I mean, I hope. That's my trust in you guys. But yeah. It's ridiculous, honestly, like some of the things I've heard about the racism lately with the Asian people because of this virus, but I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, so you guys have kind of heard about my plan and how I'm doing. I'm pretty prepared, so I'm not really worried about that. But how are you guys doing? Are you guys okay? Like, do you have enough supplies? Some people think it's not going to last that long. I think it's going to last a long time. Where I live right now, schools have been closed down, people have been sent home from work, and, you know, they're saying it might just be for a few weeks, but I truly think it will be for months, maybe even until next year. I think we're going to be social distancing for a very long time. I think this is going to change the world. And as Dr. Mike says, be alert, not anxious. This isn't something that we should be panicking about, but it is something that we should be aware of and trying our best to stay safe and to keep everybody else safe. It's not just about you. It's about everybody. It's about our world. It's about everyone who lives in it. And yeah, I mean, I can already see things changing and see how the world is going to be affected by this, but nobody knows exactly how it's going to be affected yet. So everybody's just kind of in the dark, and we're just waiting to see. And I know you guys are experiencing this too, so I just wanted to talk about it. And I don't know, I know it's different for everyone where they live. I know some of my friends in Europe are having a really hard time because some of their employers, or just where the areas where they live, they aren't being as concerned with safety. They're still being concerned with profit over safety, which is wrong, and it's horrible, and it's sad, and it makes me sad. It makes me really sad that that's happening, that people are still being forced to go to work when the virus is running even more rampant in their country than it is in ours. And I don't know, like, I don't know what to do, because I can't help really. Like, all I can do is social distance myself and, you know, make sure not to go out, make sure not to spread anything around. In the state where I live, there have been deaths. There have been cases in my county that I live in. So, my immune system isn't the best. It's not the worst either. I don't think I would die, but I think I would get very sick. So I'm not excited at the prospect of getting it, but if I do, like, I'd probably have to be hospitalized. But we'll get there when we get there, if we get there. Hopefully not. I did get a little worried, like, you know, what if we don't get internet access at some point? And I thought, well, you know, I have a lot of art supplies. I got a lot of books. I can do that. You know, what if we lose power? Got a lot of candles. You know, we got a lot of shelf-stable food at my house. We got a lot of, like, canned corn and stuff like that. I actually have, like, 5 things of shelf-stable almond milk, which I got, like, before this even started happening, and I actually forgot about it, but I found them the other day, and I was like, oh yes, I feel so relieved, because I only had, like, 1 or 2 almond milks in the fridge, I think. So, yeah, I'm just, like, constantly thinking about, like, what's gonna happen, like, what is happening, like, what's happening with the rest of the world. I've been trying to, like, keep up to date on it. I just talked to my therapist, and he said that it seems like I'm doing pretty well with everything, like, in, you know, since I'm trying to not be too anxious and try not to panic, but I am trying to learn as much as I can about everything, and you know, try to stay as safe as possible. And I really hope that everybody else is gonna stay that way too. I don't know what's gonna happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows how this is going to affect our world and how the world is going to look in a few months. Nobody knows. And it's a little scary. It is scary. But I'm glad that we have each other. I mean, I'm here for you guys, you know, and it hasn't changed my life significantly, because I already am very like introverted, and also because of my mental illnesses, like I just don't go out that much. So I already didn't really go out except to the grocery store and to therapy sometimes. So like having to stay inside and having to social distance isn't a huge deal for me. It's not hard. Like it's a little hard to be cooped up with my family every single day with like all of them. I love them all so much. Like, don't get me wrong, but I mean, everybody knows what happens if you live with somebody in the same house, and there's like 3 other people here, so it's a lot. But I'm really glad that my mom and my sister made it back. They were both in Colorado. My mom was visiting my sister and my mom's sisters, so my aunts. So she was in Colorado for a bit, and I thought that they should come back earlier, and my mom and my sister both switched their flights to earlier flights, and my sister actually came back a few days earlier than my mom, but mom came in Tuesday, and so glad, because the airline that she was on started closing flights Wednesday and Thursday, which she was originally supposed to fly out Thursday. So happy. She said there were very few people on the plane and everything, but we got mom, and we're not going to leave now. We have our family with us, and I'm just really glad that they didn't get stuck in Colorado, because I honestly feel like this is going to go on for many months, because from what I've heard from Dr. Mike, they're not able to make a vaccine until at least next year. So, like, I think that this is going to go on for a long time, and I'm trying to prepare myself for that and not get too upset about things. And yeah, I just hope that you guys are doing okay, and that you're not panicking either, and that you're staying alert, not anxious, and that your family's doing okay, and I hope nobody has gotten sick. And yeah, just keep me updated on everything. And I'm doing what I can. Yeah. So I just had to talk about it. I'm probably going to talk about it again in future videos, honestly. But I just wanted to have like one video where I just talk about it for as long as I feel like it. So I'm sorry this was a little bit long, but I had to talk about it. I had to get it out there and share my feelings with you guys. And I also wanted to share these resources with you guys too. So thank you so much. I hope you're staying safe. Stay alert, not anxious. And I love you guys so much. And I'm going to send some extra special love to my patrons. Ezsithyn, Artemystik, Kim, Rhian, Jill, and Ashley. You guys are the best. And I love you so much. Thank you guys so much. Bye, everyone. Hope you're having an okay time.